Hello, welcome back to SparkleDart. How are you doing today? I'm doing good. I know you didn't ask me, but I was going to tell you anyways because I'm not that kind of guy. I like to engage in conversation with you, and I like to engage in conversation with the people around me, and they like to tell me how they are. Like they like to talk about themselves, and I like to listen because I'm a very compassionate man. I like to show everybody around me that I'm the kind of person who will listen to them when they need it the most. I'm not the kind of person who's going to talk about myself and how I went down to the baseball park and cut a t-shirt when they were shooting them out of the cannons. I'm not going to say that because it's not something that I think that you should be very interested in because it's about me and not about you. Now listen, tell me about yourself. You went to Costco the other day and bought like a huge package of paper towels or something like that, and then you put them in your bathroom, and then you realize that they didn't fit in your closet, so you had to take one out and then put the rest of them like underneath the sink or something so that they wouldn't be in the way, because you have like a closet in your bathroom that's there to keep people from like seeing all your personal your toiletries, your hygienic products, so they don't like get grossed out and think maybe that you are not so cleanly of a person for whatever reason. They think you're not a cleanly person. You're going to just kind of let them think that. And then you got like seashells and stuff, like little bars of soap shaped like seashells in like a glass bowl. And there's like a conch shell on the back of your toilet, and then the shower curtain has pictures of boats on it or something like that, because for whatever reason you think that having a nautical theme in your bathroom is funny or cute or whatever, like because that's how your mom had it, and why wouldn't you have the same thing that your mom had? Now me as a kid, I had like an Aztec theme in my bathroom. For whatever reason, there were like those suns that have the dumb faces on them with the pointed jagged sun rays, and there were like they're basically just suns. It's not like so much to call it Aztec, I guess, was a stretch, because it was mostly just suns, and then like dark, like royal navy blue color and gold, and that's what my bathroom was. And if you think that that sounds disgusting, you're probably right. Now here's a conversation that I had in my bathroom one time. Brother Joshua, what are you doing in the bathroom? And he says, I'm brushing my teeth. And then you say, or I say rather, you've been brushing your teeth for the past 5 minutes. How long does it take a man to brush his teeth? And he's like, it takes me a long time to brush my teeth because I'm very hygienic and I want to make sure that my molars don't fall out. And I'm like, your molars aren't going to fall out if you don't brush your teeth, first of all. And second of all, you only need to brush your teeth for about 2 minutes a time, twice a day, not 5 minutes all at once. That's ridiculous. Why would anybody brush their teeth that much at one time? It's not going to benefit you. It's not going to benefit anybody else. It's just probably going to make your teeth really shiny. And if you are into that sort of thing, then I guess it's not really a problem. I'm going to come in now. And he says, no, don't come in. And then I come in, and then he's zipping up his pants. And I'm like, you don't look like you are brushing your teeth. Would you like to maybe apologize to me? Maybe apologize and say, I was actually doing something else in the bathroom. I just didn't want to walk in, because if you just told me that I couldn't come into the bathroom, then I would be more than okay with that. See, all I needed to do was come in here and get my deodorant, and now you're making a big fucking thing of it because you decided to lie to me. Why would you lie to me, your brother? I'm your best brother in the whole world, and you're just gonna sit there and lie about something like that? It's ridiculous. I don't even know how you could possibly come to the conclusion that it's okay to lie to your family like that. And he's like, listen, I was doing something inappropriate, and I just wanted some alone time. And I'm like, why wouldn't you do that in your bedroom? I know you've got tissue papers in there. And he's like, well, I was in the bathroom, and I wanted to look at myself in the mirror. Anyways, that was a conversation that I had one time. I hope you enjoyed it, because I didn't enjoy it at the time, but now that I look back on it, I'm like, that's kind of funny the way that it happened. That's kind of funny, and I appreciate maybe a little bit more the satire in there, but at the time I was mostly just disgusted because I didn't even want to grab. It's like when you go to Walmart, right, and you buy something, you could buy like those bird's eye bags of frozen vegetables that you steam in the microwave from Walmart, and then you could buy another bag of those from some other store like Target or whatever sort of local store you have around where you live, like the Piggly Wiggly or something like that. And then you could eat both of them, and for whatever reason you just feel more gross eating the Walmart one, because it's just the stigma of shopping at Walmart, I guess. It's like admitting that you're poor and that you're okay with mediocrity and being disgusting. When people shop at Target, they at least pretend to have some semblance of dignity. Now, maybe they don't have real dignity. Maybe they do. I don't know. That's really up to them. That's not something that I'm going to judge anybody about, because that's not something that I have the place to judge people about, since I buy shit on consignment from Kmart and whatever. because it's just easy for me. It's easy for me and it's easy for everybody around me, even though I live by myself. For the most part, I live by myself, and I'm the only one using my furniture, so nobody else has to pay for it. Why would I make anybody else pay for my furniture that I use exclusively? That's ridiculous. That's not something that I like to do. I would never make somebody else have to suffer for my personal gain. That's just not, it's not kosher. It's not kosher. Do you know what kosher is? Of course you know what kosher is, because you're all Jewish, and that's fine. That's not something that I'm going to get into a discussion about now, because I know that you're all very understanding people. That's just what I believe. I believe that everybody given a chance can make the right choices. Like Aladdin, he only steals to eat, and he only eats, or he needs to steal to eat, and he needs to eat to live, but he doesn't take any more than he needs, because he knows that those gods are always chasing him all the time, because they want his head on a silver platter, even though I don't know if they had silver back in Saudi Arabia, or wherever the balls it was that Aladdin lived. I'm not exactly certain so much about that. Listen, I watched the show, I watched the movie Aladdin, and then I watched the crazy sequel that they had where Robin Williams didn't come back to voice the genie, and instead they got Dan Castellaneta to do the genie, and then he's like screams and it sounds like Homer Simpson. It's like, I'm sorry, am I watching The Simpsons now? I thought I was watching Aladdin. I didn't think I was watching The Simpsons. You know, I repeat myself a lot, but that's mostly just to hammer in the point. If you're listening to me, I want you to understand what I'm saying. I want you to be able to pick up on the things that I was saying and understand them and internalize them in a way that makes sense to you, and then you can use that information to spread around to other people. That's what I want, is for you to spread my information to other people. Like, here's a little fun bit of trivia for you. How do you think the unthinkable? With an iceberg. Get it? Get it? You like the joke? It's a joke. I was gonna say something serious, but I couldn't think of any random bits of trivia off the top of my head, because I don't just have nonsense. I don't just have nonsense located in my brain for me to drop whenever I want to, because that's just kind of how I choose to live my life. I choose to live my life in a way that makes people uncomfortable with it, and that's not what I choose to do. So anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Now, rhinoceroses, alright, they're these big, cumbersome animals, and they've got these horns on the tip of their faces. And the horns are mostly made out of keratin, which is the same stuff that your fingernails and your hair is made out of, keratin. And you might be thinking to yourself, SparkleDart, what is keratin? I don't understand what that is. You might have to explain it to me so I can understand a little bit better what you're talking about. And I will do that. Just a second. Give me a second. You're getting ahead of yourself here, buddy. Keratin is basically dead skin cells that are repurposed as parts of your body. Like I said, fingernails and hair. And that's what rhinoceros horns are made out of. And people think that rhino horns have like special medicinal properties. Like they think that rhino horns can be chopped up, ground into powder, and then snorted or whatever, and then it'll like give them superpowers, when in reality all it does is just kill the rhino. And because rhinos have like blood vessels and shit inside of the horn, and if you cut the horn off, then the whole rhino dies. That's just kind of how it goes. Same with elephants. The tusks are like actually their teeth. So imagine if somebody like pulled your teeth out and sold them on the black market. Would you like that? No, you wouldn't. I know you wouldn't like that, because honestly, I have dreams all the time about my teeth falling out. And when my teeth fall out in my dreams, it happens so often that like I've come to expect it from my dreams, and I just become okay with it. Like my teeth fall out, they crumble up into dust, like a bloody mess of like dust and pulp of teeth pulp. And I just like I just immediately accept it, and then I know that when I wake up they'll still be there. But sometimes I have those dreams where that happens, and I like wake up in my dream. You ever have a dream where something bad happens and then you wake up but you're still dreaming, and then you think that thing that happened in the dream before is still true, and then you're like, well, I guess this is just my life now. This is just how it's going to be. And then you wake up a third time and you're like, oh good, I still have all of my teeth. Or, oh good, my mom didn't die in that tornado accident. Or, oh good, I didn't crash my car on the Maryland overpass bridge. No, please. Okay. Does that make sense? Do I sound crazy when I say that? Does that make sense to you? Can you nod your head and agree with me? Just go, SparkleDart, I'm going to nod my head and agree with you, and then I will be okay with that. Listen, first one to do that, gets a high five, and that's my SparkleDart guarantee. I will high five the first person who does that, but only in spirit, because I can't physically touch your body. Plus, if I was around you, you wouldn't want me to physically touch your body because my hands are really dirty since I work with grease all the time. I repair my car, I change my oil and stuff like that, and then my hands are all covered in grease and dirt and filth, and I don't shower more than like 2 times a week, so it's like always caked on there. And then you're like, that's disgusting. Why would you tell anybody about that? And I'll tell you that it's mostly just a joke. It's mostly just because I'm lying. I lie a lot. I don't know if you've noticed this or not, but I lie a lot on this show, and that's because I don't have a lot of interesting things to say. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, I'd rather hear legitimate stories than things that aren't true. And let me tell you this right now, no you wouldn't, because the things that are true are stories like, I went to the Asian market last weekend and I bought a jar of kimchi. If you don't know what kimchi is, it's pickled cabbage. And then you'll think to yourself, wow, that's really interesting. I didn't know that. I've heard of kimchi before, but I didn't know it was just pickled cabbage. I didn't know it was as simple as that. And then I'll say, yes, and it was very good kimchi. And then I will go, bwong, and then I'll like bow. I'll bow at you. I'll bow, and then I'll stern, like a boat. That's the joke, like Howard Stern. That's the joke I was going for, as Howard Stern. You ever watch his show? He gets naked people on there all the time, and it's really gross. So don't watch Howard Stern's show unless you like to look at naked people. And I know you probably do because you've got the internet. And if you're internet savvy like I am, then you've seen lots of naked people. Not by choice, but by random happenstance. Like you go to websites that just happen to have like dirty sections, or maybe the website itself is not safe for work, so you shouldn't be browsing it when you're at work on your phone. And then you pull up an image, like a spoiler image, and you're like, I wonder what this could be a picture of, and then you open it up and you find out that it's actually a picture of like a naked lady or something like that. And you're like, wow, this is very racy. I shouldn't be looking at this because this is wrong. And then you can't look away, and then you go to the bathroom and look at the picture some more. But you're like, I can't do anything more than just look at this picture because people will hear me in the bathroom, and I don't want to be the guy known for looking at nudity in the bathroom, because that's not a reputation, that's not a stigma that you want to have when you are in a work environment. Now, it's okay when you're in high school, because in high school you eventually leave all those people behind and you never have to see them again. So do all the stupid ass shit you want in high school. I will not judge you for that. Somebody else will, but they will get over it very soon. They will talk about you later, like when they're out at a bar drinking. Like, remember that freak from high school who used to like sniff your hair when you weren't looking? And they'd be like, yes, I do remember that guy. Whatever happened to him? And then they'd be like, I don't know, let's look him up on Facebook. And then they look you up on Facebook and see that you are still living in the same place, even though they're all in like New York or something like that, something a little bit further away from home than you wound up. And they think, oh, he didn't really go anywhere. And cool. Hi, my boyfriend is cool. Wow, that's good dialogue. Thank you for enlightening me. I like to learn things. I like to learn things on my show just as much as I like to let you learn things on my show, because I think if you're learning something, then you're not wasting your time. Now, if you watch my show and you don't learn anything, I guess that's kind of your fault, because listen, I'm an excellent teacher. I like to make sure that everybody has an equal opportunity to progress in this world and learn things and make a better name for themselves, and just kind of, move along. Like that Led Zeppelin song. Sing that song. You know the one. I'm not going to sing it because you know Led Zeppelin better than I do. I'm not the kind of guy who listens to Led Zeppelin. I like bands like Tilly and the Wall and Wax Fang and the Arctic Monkeys. So thumbs up if you like those bands. If you don't like those bands, or if you've never heard of them, I guess that's fine too. Now, here's a song you should go listen to real quick. It's called Frontier Psychology by the Avalanches. If you've never heard of this song before, it's so good. I wouldn't even say it's good. It's just crazy. It's a weird song, but I like weird songs. It's so soothing to me, my ears, my earballs to listen to. I'm like, yeah, that's real nice. I will listen to that tomorrow, and I will listen to that like 4 times in a row. You ever have a song that you like so much that you listen to it on repeat like 4 times in a row, and somebody else is like, can you please change the song? I'm tired of listening to this. I'm like, how can you not like the song as much as I do? It's so good. If you don't understand the song, I don't even know why we're friends. And then they leave because they got offended because for some reason you think you're better than them for listening to different music. So anyways, thank you for watching SparkleDart. Goodbye. Mwah.